y'all. Happy hump day. Happy. We almost there, y'all. The struggle is real. I really am of the mind now that this 5 day work week is ridiculous. We need to raise our hands and protest to get 4 day work weeks because I'm sick of this shit. Hey, Liz. Hope you're well. How are you? Anyway, I'm hoping that at some point that is addressed. But first, we got to get rid of these student loans because I ain't going to be able to pay nothing come February. As you all know, I became strapped with a car note. And although I do make a decent living, a car note was not factored into it because, honey, I planned to drive that Toyota Solara till the wheels fell off. Hey, Daddy, I see you watching. So, anyway, y'all, have y'all gotten into this story? Somebody inboxes to me, and this is the most sick, sadistic shit since R. Kelly. And don't get me wrong, I know that this shit happens all the time. There are predators in every community that will prey on young women and young men and screw their lives up for life. I know this. I heard it time and time again. I know of people personally that have been victimized. But there is a 61-year-old man, and we always know it's going to be some shit when the story starts with a Florida man. Okay, you Google it. The hot topic of today is a 61-year-old man married his goddaughter. Now, the sickest shit yet to this day is what they still don't want to acknowledge, and people act like that shit ain't real. But what's the film director's name that married his adopted daughter, raised her, and then married her? Woody Allen. And Mia Farrow, she need to be locked up too because she knew that shit was going on and she did nothing about it. She tried, but her life was threatened or something. I don't know. Y'all watching on HBO Max, it's on there. But this man, as soon as this child turned 18, he married her. And here's the thing that I've been thinking. I said, okay, so this is your goddaughter. And, they have pictures of them posed together. And all I could think to myself is, you've been up this young lady's skirt probably since she was a little girl before she could even walk or articulate a word. You've been grooming her and preparing her just for your sick, sadistic ass. And she's so screwed up in the game, she doesn't even know which way is up. And she's gotten on Twitter and Facebook and said, y'all don't know what a real man is. Why would I want to be with some man who still got to live at home with his mama and blah, blah, blah. I was like, baby, you don't even know what the real mad world is. Only what this older man has shown you and has taken advantage of you. In some respects, I would even call it Stockholm Syndrome. You've been in this relationship locked in, and of course, this is all that you've ever known. I think, although I will say this, the sickest shit yet is that lady on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City who married her grandmother's husband, her step-granddaddy, and in order to protect the family millions. That's sadistic. And had a son with him. I don't know if it was a turkey baster or if they actually consummated the marriage. Don't know. But we have an 18-year-old young woman whose mother used to date this man, allegedly. I don't know if all of this is, and even some reports are saying he's like 40-some years old. Either way, if the child was still in diapers, and this is someone that was entrusted to you as a caregiver, you were supposed to be a caregiver to this child, you got problems. And then he got the nerve, his ignorant ass, got the nerve to post shit online talking about you young girls, y'all just jealous because y'all ain't got a real man. Baby, what I'm looking at you is Boo-Boo the Fool, okay? And I don't know how she look at your ugly ass because you look like who done it and why. Okay, Mr. Gorilla Man. I hate to say it like that, but you are one ugly sapsucker. inside and out. So either way, I just, and then the mama, she just is ignorant too. She got on there saying some stuff about her children were taken away from her because she was out in the streets. She was a black street fighter, Papa Trump type chick. And I was like, and yet you couldn't get an act right to protect your child from a predator. This man has gone from your bed to your child's bed. He has been allegedly, and we don't know how long this has been going on, this child abuse has been going on, but they say 14. They have a 2-year-old together. So you done committed statutory rape, child abuse, child molestation. Because you can't tell me he ain't been doing stuff. Like giving her candy and giving her what she wants, so he can get a little something too. I believe that shit. And I can't stand people who do that shit. Leave children alone. And if you've got these impulses where you just can't control yourself, go get some help. If someone has done that shit to you and you become the abuser, R. Kelly, go get some help before it's too late. You can't unring the bell. I've seen it. The trauma that's caused by someone when you're too young to even be able to process. Sex at that age can be a traumatic event. It can frustrate and impede the natural process of someone who's trying to be in a healthy relationship and may never be able to achieve that. All because some selfish bastard or selfish heifer, because women do it too. Women will sexually abuse girls and boys. It don't matter. It goes both ways. Can fuck you up in the head. And it's not fair that you are not allowing people to have a fair chance in life. It's just not. So I'm just going to pray for that family because honestly, hell, y'all shouldn't even let people know y'all had gotten married. Hell, y'all should have just held yourselves out I don't know, shit. I guess people would have had questions when they started saying the baby looked like his ugly ass. I mean, I don't know. But that's some ugly shit right there. And, legal now, but prior to that, you were preying on her. It don't make it right, and it don't sit right, and it's not right because otherwise you wouldn't be fighting so hard and you're wrong. I don't understand it. It's the sickest thing. And I'm just like, was anybody around to protect this child? Anyone? You just signed your rights over. Y'all know how I feel about children. And, I'm grateful to God that I didn't have any because I probably would have killed somebody by now and be under the jail. I wouldn't even care because what you're not going to do is touch my child. And even when it comes to my godchildren and that type of thing, they know Auntie Fifi is crazy. And we had to have some conversations with some of their partners. It's nice to always say that you used to be an MP in the Army. I'll just leave it at that. So, Anyway, what else is happening in the news? That's about it. That is the hot topic of the day. We did cover Dave Chappelle. Although, hey Renee, girl, wish you had been on here to help join the conversation about the perverts in the pervert in Florida that we need to go down there and flog. Hey girl, hey. Girl, I basically just said he is a predator. He need to be under the jail. He needs to be investigated. I don't give a fuck if she is 18 now. Okay? She she does not have the ability to even process the trauma that this man has put her through in order to create this attachment that she has to him. And she stands very strong. She gonna stand by her man, her goddaddy. I was like, this some Woody Allen type shit here, the black version. Yeah, he's been having thoughts since she was a baby. I said, he been up that skirt. Because, you know, you got to watch men. Men will pick you up, pick your kids up sometimes, especially the pervs, and get a little Copperfield under the little dress. Okay, that's what they do. He used that to get to her and have him trust him. Yep, absolutely. She didn't have a mother present because her mom was in and out of the system. So her children ended up being placed in foster care or being placed with other relatives or even godparents. And they all just ignorant. Apparently, the mother used to date him at one point. So it's just incomprehensible that this goes on. But you know, it happens all the time. And let me pause right here and say this. Black people, I am so sick and tired of y'all talking about Elvis to R. Kelly. Baby, that's bananas to apples. Okay, first of all, Elvis Presley married Priscilla. Okay. And he also had a child with her. They got married and lived happily ever after almost until the drugs took over. And then she couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I can't wait from crazy ass because, you know, it's high all the time. Matter of fact, word on the street is Elvis died on the toilet high as a kite. Okay. So he's dead and gone. That has nothing to do with the present matter of the fact that R. Kelly is a sexual predator, which, by the way, it has been reported that he is now on suicide watch, which I'm not surprised. This is a setup. This is a stage. Because, see, his dumb ass, because he ain't smart, never, ever play your trump card. Hold it. Keep it close to your chest. I'm going to tell on everybody. I'm going to start singing like a bird. I would have just take the L, bruh. Take the L. Because you're going to end up just like the other dude. Oh, he committed suicide. He did. As indignant as R. Kelly is, if you told me he committed suicide, it's murder. Because that Negro will not concede to anything. He ain't done shit wrong. The world was his and he took whatever the hell it is he wanted. And now he wants everybody else to go down with him. As well as they should. Accessories is what they all were. Okay. And whomever saw this old ass man molesting this little girl, y'all need to be under the jail too. And then say that's the problem. Especially in the black community. Folk always want to look the other way. Oh, that's just how he is. Oh, he just nice. Oh, you know he troubled. Well, if he troubled, y'all need to go get him some goddamn help. If she troubled, you need to go get him some goddamn. You cannot be out here damaging young people and messing up their futures just because if you are aware that you are suffering from some sort of trauma, go get some help. Hell, help is damn near free all the time. All these different community groups and stuff. Hell, they even got one for people like me with ADD, and it's free. So all I'm saying is, y'all, hell, this done turned into a therapy session. Let me just say this. It's time for us to, and we've been saying this for years now, it's time for us to stop being in denial about some of our relatives and friends and family, okay? You just not stop being in denial. Inappropriate is inappropriate, okay? Shit. Your uncle, your cousin, your older sibling, that type of shit. Tell it. Confess. And go get some help. confront. And even if don't nobody believe you, baby, that's okay. You know the truth. And if it happened when you were young, I do believe the statute does toll as a time of when you can bring it back to memory and you can still have them people prosecuted. You know, the days of Big Mama telling you to pretend like it didn't happen are over. You know. So I'm just grateful to God that nothing ever happened to me in my childhood. Um, so I'm grateful for that. But there are countless others out there that did not have that chance. And sometimes that's why I'm very, very forgiving for the behaviors of some people. When you see a young girl who is inappropriate around men and women, you don't know what that girl's been through. The girl in college who was fucking everybody, as we like to say. She was in and out the dorm rooms and the frat houses. We don't know what they've been through. That's all I can say. So, that got me fired up, child. I need to let's see, is there anything happy I can talk about? I'm fighting spider mites on my plants. I don't know where the fuck these spider mites came from, but they are trying to kill my calatheas. Okay, that wasn't very bright either, but I mean, it got dark there for a minute. Hey, Mary. Y'all say hello to Mary Elizabeth Dooley. She used to be Mary Baker when I knew her back in the day. That's my homegirl from way back. We go way back to Edison Science Academy, junior high. All right. Hey, Millie. Girl, I just felt like I had to speak a word on it because, you know, people up here living these secret lives and shit and shame. Don't be ashamed, shit. You know, there's stories, but the problem is, like we've all said about a lot of these celebrities and ministers and all of that, is that what they have done is that they have built up their reputation to where they are above reproach. They have built themselves to be such a pillar of the community that we would never believe that they would do such things. Never, ever. Anything is possible to be done by anyone. Because, you know, when the ministers get busted on there, or the Catholic preacher, not my pastor. Yes, your pastor. He out here, you know, making babies with 13, 14-year-olds. Okay. Y'all better wake up and start paying attention because shit's real out here. And now it's even more covert now because we've all had to be in our houses. And some of these children probably been in the house with the predators on lockdown. You know, it's just par for the course, though. I mean, there's a lot of evil in this world, I know. But you know, that's why I always, for some reason, I ran from it from the longest. I never wanted to be a school teacher or anything like that, but I did find that I probably should have pursued a career in counseling and school counseling and had my own private practice and still been able to live a life of luxury. Because I definitely didn't want to be a juvenile attorney. I don't have time for all the red tape and things you can and cannot do. This it makes my head hurt. But, you know, I just always care about kids and their well-being because I don't know what you're going home to. And that's why I've always made it a point whenever I, you know, am in the presence of children, tutoring, mentoring, babysitting, whatever, you know, they know that they are loved and that they are safe and that I truly do care about them. But, you know, there are others out there who have been entrusted with that same care who take advantage of it for their own selfish, ill-gotten reasons. You know, be it because they were victimized and became a victimizer. I mean, It happens, but once you become aware of that, like honestly, like if we go back to R. Kelly, after he got off in that trial, was it a federal trial? I think it was federal. I can't remember. The trial where it was Sparkle's niece that was in question about this video where he, chose to urinate on this young lady. That was his chance right then and there. I said, look at God. He didn't gave you a second chance, but he was still out here wild, willy-nilly. Now that man will never see the light of day again. He has so many cases pending against him. It's unreal, from Michigan to New York to Chicago to another federal prosecution. It's over. It's a wrap. But if you are out here listening, you're one of those people I'm talking about that victimizes young women, I suggest you go get some help. And if you are being victimized by somebody, I suggest you speak up. So, anyway, to that Florida man and his wife who truly believes all of us are haters. No, we're not haters. We're concerned. We're very concerned. Y'all loud and proud and just as dead ass wrong, because first of all, that stuff started when she was underage, when she was a child and was impressionable and could not make rational decisions for herself. So you molded her and groomed her. And now she your wife, and y'all got to keep. Somebody said they actually have two. She has 4 children, I think, and 2 of them are his. Hell, for all we know, all 4 of them could be his. I think that's the story. I don't know. It's so many things going on, but blackenterprise.com has a story published about it. And unfortunately, little Kodak Black, I cannot stand him. He is the most ignorant rapper. I'm like, how? Okay, he's not the most ignorant one, because Lord knows there's so many out there. But either way, he said that his dad left his family and started another family with his god sister. I was like, oh my God. So this is a thing in Florida, apparently. I don't know. But y'all, let me get off this soapbox and go back to trying to do some work, because I'm terrible. I'm terrible, Lord. I got so much work. I don't know what to do. And this old lady need her mortgage paid, and I still ain't finished. And it's so easy. But then I think about all the other shit I got to do too. It's just so hard. Y'all pray for me. Anyway, if y'all need a spiritual healing, a cleansing, I'm going to plug this for my cousin. Y'all need to go to W. Terrell Sneed and check out his daily devotionals, 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern. If it's 10, what is that, 7 California time? Yeah. So y'all need to go check that out if y'all need a little pick me up during the work day, your lunch break, your 15-minute break. Yeah, y'all need to come join us, on his live. And there's also the Acts Church of Houston. You can also probably catch his lives there. I'll check for sure. But anyway, it's posted every day on my wall. Check it out for my Facebook friends and family. And if I do post this elsewhere, I'll put the links up, because one thing that I've always appreciated about my cousin is the fact that he truly has a way of conveying the word and really making you think about your life. And he got me today, because one of the big things that stood out to me is that, number one, I know I was born with a purpose, but the problem is, like everyone has told me, I've had about 5 people tell me, I just need to focus on one thing. And that's true, because I have so many gifts and talents, but I need to figure those out. And I definitely need to monetize those, because I need to help me get out of corporate America before I just lose it. So anyways, love you, Renee. Thanks for joining the conversation. Millie, Mary, my dad, Liz, I don't know if you're still watching, but thank you guys for all joining. And, let's just pray and uplift that family, because that's a hot mess right there. But if y'all Google a man in Florida, that is the number one story out of Florida. And don't forget to, be sure to put yourself first and take care of yourself, okay? And there's nothing wrong with taking PTO, okay? Love you guys. Good night. I've been Miss Sophia the Diva.